Hi there, in this video I'm going to share with you how you can project high notes. Now, projecting high notes can be quite tricky. It's actually much easier than you might believe. So a lot of people think that to sing loudly you have to push and create more volume. Now, amplification, which is more volume, is different from projection. So amplification makes things louder and projection means that the sound travels further. So vocal projection, we're adding power, we're also adding that clarity to the high notes. So what I'm going to share with you today is different from belting. It's actually called twang. To do this correctly without harming your voice, without causing damage, without straining your voice, there are three things we must have in place. Now, I'm gonna call it a must. Not all voice coaches would call it a must, but with all of the people that I work with, I always make sure that they've got their head voice well established. And this is because with everything apart from chest voice, everything else uses head voice, okay? So mix, belt, twang, whistle, they all use head voice. Falsetto, they all use head voice. So if you want mastery in your singing, if you're really serious about singing and you want to be the best singer that you can be, establishing head voice is very, very, very important. The next thing to remember is not to push, as I mentioned earlier, so you're not forcing any sound, it's forcing the sound. That's what makes the mistakes, that's what creates the cracks and breaks, that's what makes our voice falter, right? So we don't need to force it, just allow it to do what it needs to do. Your instrument knows what it needs to do, okay? You don't need to force anything. And the third thing that you must do is to sing lightly. So no forcing, sing nice and lightly, have head voice in place. So if you're not sure what head voice is, then go to the description. You'll see a video link there. You can go and watch that video on how to establish your head voice and practice establishing head voice, and then come back to this. But we're going to be working on building strength in your projected high notes. Now, the exercise we're going to do here is na, and it's not a pretty sound, okay? So like many of my other videos, we're not trying to make it sound nice. We're aiming to save your voice. We're aiming to use the correct techniques so that your voice becomes strong, okay? And then we can add the nice bits after. So the sound is na, and we're gonna sing na, 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 na. Now you can hear I'm not pushing. I'm singing nice and lightly, I'm not forcing anything, and I'm not raising my head, I'm not tilting my head back. All that does is cause tension. So nice straight posture, head facing forward, breathe into our ribs, and na, 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 na. Keep going. You want to keep a buzzy feeling. reason that we go into our low notes is because when you're working on your instrument, it's just like a harp. If one part of the instrument is out of whack, then the rest of it is in a state, okay? So we have to work on the low notes as well as the high notes to keep a balance and keep a good strong voice throughout our range. Now, if you are serious about singing, I recommend taking my free 5-day course. That's also going to show you how to establish head voice, amongst other things. You can get that by going to the pinned comment or the description, pop your details in there. Remember to check your spam if it doesn't come through, and then once you find it, add me to your whitelist, add me to your list, you know, your contacts, that's it, add me to your contacts so that you make sure that you get all of the lessons in your inbox. If you would like a singing lesson with me, that is possible. I'm working with people who have found me on YouTube. So all you need to do there is go to the description box and click book a consultation. Put your details in there. We'll spend about 30 minutes together. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll have a chat about where you are with your singing, where you want to get to with your singing, you know, what else you need help with in terms of music industry. And we'll play around with some sounds, probably make some silly faces and definitely some silly noises. And if it's the right fit, we'll start working together. So once you've mastered the last exercise we did, and you feel ready to move on, then we're going to move on to this exercise, and it's really going to create a lot of strength in your projected high notes. So it's going to come effortlessly. Once you master this exercise, projecting high notes is going to be really, really effortless for you. I'm going to start a little bit lower than we did last time. For those of us with lower voices, for those of you with lower voices, it's the same pattern, but we're only going to sing na once. So we're going to sing na, and you must slide because that's what creates the control. So we're not singing na, you must slide in between so that when you're singing songs that use the notes that are in between those intervals, you'll find it much easier to control your voice. Keep going. I'm doing that again. Into head voice. Last one. So I hope that you have enjoyed these exercises and you understand a bit more about how to project your high notes without pushing, without straining, without damaging your voice. Do remember to like and comment. Tell me what you've liked most about this video. Practice this daily or every other day maybe, and then, you know, put it into your routine and you'll find that your projected high notes are going to get strong really quickly. I'll see you in the next video. Stay hydrated. Ciao!